So I just made a video on the YouTube that I posted on the YouTube. So before I say anything, before I open my mouth to talk, before I open my thought, yes, already created thought to talk and the thought form to talk. Before I open the communication to talk and to teach and also to learn also that my mom, my chimaba, my creator, never God, my maker, never God, my maker, never God, my creator, never God, has already ndị chetara not countable, so not countable civilization and cultures and also not countable in that form that have already solved all the issues being presented by those ones that say they will do whatever they want and show whatever they want and lie about it also and provide false reasoning for what is happening and what is not happening. Before I say these things, before I open the communication, my mom and my not countable self, not countable relatives, my marriage self, and those that have also the marriage beings and their marriage self and not countable relatives have already verbalized in non countable communication, both verbal communication and non-verbal communication, the lessons and what I want to teach also, and it's already a life form. Yes, it does not matter the illusions than those ones that say they will show whatever they want. If they want to show themselves as an old person, then they will fall into their oldness and they will fall into their childness and they will fall into their destructive and distortive behaviors and deceptive thoughts. And I'm not kidding, I'm not playing. Why I'm here is to do the work of nature to non-cantables, to do non-cantable civilization, that have moved beyond us all the issues that those ones that say they will do whatever they want will represent, and also the work of creation, rely on existence as one calls it, the work of ODUS. That's where it started at this time frame. I won't use dispensation, this time frame, and also the Germany and all these civilizations in what they consider in that plan, not Earth. It's not called Earth, they call all of them Earth in the first place. So with this, identify myself with the indigenous with the non consideration that move beyond the trickery and all the switching around of things and all the false information or presenting false image or now saying that they're back, claiming to be what they are not or claiming that they have replaced themselves. That's how I would say it. And all the trickery and all the stupidity coming from those ones that said they would do whatever they want, even if you take their head and knock on the rock, and also use your mouth to knock it. Yes, to knock it on the. I'm not laughing, in the air, on the air, and they say they will do whatever they want. That they will prefer to die than to admit that they are lying. Yes, that they will prefer to go into non-existence. I've not used that word before. To go into non-existence than to show what is happening, or to they are not the ones that will show what is happening in the first place, but to that they will never accept that entirety of them that never die is the one that gave them life. That they will prefer to lie and then make up stories to deceive others that have not known what's truly going on and the purpose of life also. So the purpose of life is to march to that force that made you not dead, dying to live, living to die. Resurrection is the equivalent of suicide because Ngemo will not bring back life to anyone that accepted to allow their body, their own very body to decay, or their very thought to decay, or their very thought form, or their physical and their physical form to decay. So the purpose of life is never death. It's never death. It's never death. It's never death. It's never resurrection. It's never incarnation. It's never replacement. It's never projecting false information. It's never eating a waste product of any kind. It's never. You know that film that movie in the US, that Walking Dead is never. That is not the purpose. I'm not laughing. That is not the purpose of life. That your movie will not create the physical being to decay. I'm not laughing. The laughing is coming from the ones that are liars. Yes, that are liars. I'm not laughing. They're the ones sending the code to laugh. The purpose of life is not being those things. Yes, whether the ones you know or not, whether the ones those ones that don't understand what's going on know or not. The purpose of life is not to run around to use their physicality to do the nonsense and the garbage that those ones say that those ones that say they will do whatever they want will represent. Your more does not create the physical, your physicality to put it in your to for them to put their physicality in their board and project that board pain or that experience of what they're doing. I won't call it experience, that dream, that imaginary I do, they're not projecting that information to seem as if that's what is happening. Seem as if to project to another individual or to saturate the environment with the destructive thought of birth pain or anything they are projecting. That's how they're doing it. So identify myself that I will complete that. It's already completed. That purpose of life is not death. It's not resurrection. It's not dying to live or living to die. It's not replacement. It's not being a zombie. They call it zombie in Nigeria. They call it zombie. In America, they have a name for it also. If they call it the Walking Dead, then that's what it is. I'm not laughing because those that does not take their shower and drink their water, they will decay and become zombie and the Walking Dead, and they'll keep walking. They won't use it to teach what happens to those that say they will do whatever they want. I'm not laughing. Even when they are gone, they'll still be walking. Yes, even when they are gone, I'm not kidding. I appreciate wanted to explain this in the ways that to be understood by those that it's meant for. Even when they are gone, they will still be walking around. Yes. Not as a ghost. It's not ghosts. But Ndemo is using that the things they did, all the decisions they made to destroy themselves, to put themselves in that condition to teach. To use Ndemo, each of them are using it to teach a lesson. The not catable causes and solution have moved beyond and solve all the issues. Those ones are that you call zombie, that you will refer as zombie, that I will refer as zombies. I'll be specific. Or those ones that they will call as a Walking Dead, and other names they will be called in other places, in non-category places. That they are still the more still using them to teach a lesson. What should never be considered that drinking your water is basic. So you take out the B and put A in that basic, not basic. Basic is just another meaning that they are attaching to these things because they use language to fight and communication to fight also. So again and again, that the purpose of life is not that. It's 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 not dying to live. It's not living to die. It's not resurrection. It's not reincarnation. It's not replacement. It's not walking as a zombie. It's not. It's not drinking. It's not drinking your water and pretending that they're drinking their water. It's not taking their shower and pretending they're taking their shower. It's not cleaning the environment and pretending that they're cleaning the environment. So I don't really take away that ability to pretend. So those that doesn't understand what's going on knows for sure that they're doing nothing. Yes, I'm not laughing. If I will laugh, I'll laugh with the video and also with digital non-countables. I'm not kidding. So with this information, right, that the purpose of life is to come to a point where your mom have already been training that individual or that collective to come to a point where they will see clearly through doing the things their mom wants them to. So I'll be very clear. Taking their shower, brushing their mouth and their teeth, and they're flossing their mouth so that they will not decay. That's where the decay starts. Taking their shower with water, physical water and physical soap. And never mind. Mind is also the make believe. And also small eyes are disinfectant in that culture, small bleach, and also small petrol gas, and also small cooking gas. How you use your mouth to put a small cooking gas. Yes, the small cooking gas from the gas cylinder, from the gas cylinder. Small of it, your mom does it for you, and they will join your leave and other things you do will add. And also, presumably to put yes, to put sand. Sand is also a cleansing agent, and also sand is also a lard form also, and other things you do they will put there. Yes, to use to take a shower, to cleanse yourself, to remove and kill destructive thought that are projecting destructive thought of not taking a shower, of not drinking the water. Yes, I'm not kidding. And also in your drinking water, don't worry about it. The time that they want it to be said, it will be said. But there's something also when you take your drinking water and give to your mom, that something happens. The mom does something to it. So anyone that is eating the approved food, meat and the fish, I say it over and over, meat and fish is eating another life form is not authorized. It's also dead to say that they're eating meat, whether in the imaginary, whether in the photo or not. It is sensible to treated as such. Eating meat and fish is destruction. Or eating snail, any life form, whether in any life form, in any form. We have, we have talked about this argument that eating an approved food, approved vegetable is not eating a life form. Those that say they are killing what they consider as a cow and eating it and running around carrying them that they are better or whatever is also destruction. That's also the dominance they use to kill themselves. Yes. So with this information, the purpose of life is to come to that place where you figure out through the things your mom wants you to do, that is taking your shower, living in a clean environment, take washing your house with your mom, yes, washing your environment, being that force that is increasing compliance, and that is also cleaning up every everything, everything that is not appropriate, including the communications of those ones that say they will do whatever they want. I'm not kidding. And also these things, cleaning yourself and living in a clean environment will now move that individual to a place where they understand what's going on, that the photo that they're putting in their eyes will not work. Yes. So with this, I identify myself and my name with my own teacher, with Modi, with my creator, my maker, the one that gave me life to a place, the one that created the physicality of the person that you're looking at, the distortions of the that thing they do, that photo they're showing, that I'm not as not is not an ego, that the way what they're projecting is not what it is. So when you use your more to petition your more to for them to blow themselves up, that distortion coming from them will cease to exist. You keep doing it over and over, over and over. Yes, that's the purpose of life also, to cleanse yourself from destructive thought of presenting an individual or a collective from the way they are not. So with this information, I identify myself with my more additional with the not countable, they not countable, not society, never society, they not countable civilization and cultures, and not countable in that classification of those beings have already merged to that force that made them, and they have already solved and resolved, not resolve, solve all the issues being presented by those ones that said they do whatever. And also my mind self, my not countable myself, and the not countable forms of the mind self in not countable realities, and these and those that have merged life forms to those into the non-countables of them. Identify myself that my name with the creation client is this is someone but my name is 0die0myutube. I'm someone that I've accepted to be obedience more than 100% obedience to that force that made me. Never God, never the things they talk, never Holy Spirit, never evil spirit, never Satan, never God, never any Messiah, never any deliverer. None of the nonsense that comes out of their mouth. I'm not kidding. So with this, I want to talk about the 187 video I made about the move about the moon, the ODA moon, and also talk about the life forms. Also, the video, the audio discussion I made about life forms. What is a life form, and what is also a dead form? Those ones that say they will do whatever they want. Yes, and destructive thoughts also, and distortive and the destructive thoughts also. So with this information, this morning as I woke up this morning, I won't use waked up as I want somebody to say the words that the way it will be meaningful to those that is meant for. So if I use the word wake up, that means that that state of sleeping is not what it is. But at some level level of awareness, they will seem as if that's what it is, but it's not what it is. So when those that have merged to that force that made them, they do not sleep. I will use the word rest. So when I wake up from the rest that I was having, so when you those that have merged that force that made them, when they are taking a rest, They're also working in the non-countable places in creation, relying on existence for the UD. For the non-countables, the UD non-countable civilization and cultures have moved beyond and solved all the issues that have been presented by those ones that said they will do whatever they want. So I won't use the word recover, as I come up online from resting, so I will use this opportunity to update that information. It's already updated, and I went back and I went to the YouTube and I played the video, that 187 video of the moon that I did around the local time at that time, not from that individual I've died. The local time at that time is should be around either to 5 o'clock, either to 5 in the morning. This is around 10 right now. Yes, but this is on the timing, the way to count time, because counting 60 minutes, 60 seconds does not make a minute. You don't say 60 kobbos makes 1 naira or 60 cents makes $1. Don't say that. And other non-countable logic, physical and more logical, more this is non-countable, so the non-countable translation that are moving on some of the issues of the improper way of counting time. That is the not lawful way, the not correct way, the not proper way of counting time. So when I went and played it back, the distortions, what they will say is that it's because of the light. It's not because of the light, because I'm in my room. The distortions that they're showing, that they now distorted that circle that is around, that big circle that is around the moon. It's real. I won't, there's no such thing as God. God is a make believe decade beings running around claiming to be what they are not. So petitioning to also to show petitioning not about court translation that move beyond and solve all the issues of wrong interpretation or showing things for what they are not. And also the merge bins for non-countable life forms, and also myself in non-countable life, and these familiars and similars, and those that have already accepted to be obedient to that force and believing before any reality, to show that the distortions coming from those ones, and also the recordings of the thought chatterings, that the nonsense they were saying in their mind when I was reviewing that video, also the nonsense they were saying, that they will do nothing, that they have died, as they were putting the nonsense they were saying, that they will do whatever they want. That's also that force in the same line of doing and showing whatever they want. The Christian to use that to teach, to show also that that's how they're doing everything. That's how they are destructive to everything and everything they see. Yes, everything they understand or perceive, they will now want to show it for what it is not. They want to give false interpretation for others to do the wrong things. Yes, in the sense that those that want to talk about birth pain, the birth pain will be theirs, and they fall into their birth pain and die. I'm not kidding. So with this, I pretty wanted to show also that that classification of what is a life form and what is a dead form, that it does not matter, that those ones the arrest of an ant, yes, what they would consider as ant that is doing the wrong things, or the arrest of a light that is doing the wrong thing, yes, of arrest and the persecution and the punishment and the death of a wind that did the wrong things, or a plant that did the wrong thing, or any life form, any category that did the, or the darkness that did the wrong things, or any life form that did that these things are reality, that thought reality. That when you close your mouth and think, and you close your mouth and say something in not in your mind, in the more body, in the physical, is real. And the thought court, the dear court, also the arrest and the detention and the persecution and the approval of the death of those ones that say they will do whatever they want. It does not matter their form, is also real. Yes, the death of a thought, the death of a wind that did the wrong things, the death of an air that did the wrong things. the death of the water that did the wrong thing, the death of a sand that did the wrong thing, the death of a planet that did the wrong thing, the death of a solar system or to a galaxy, to a universe that did the wrong thing is real. And before it happens, before they prove their death and destruction, before it happens, they were told in not countable communication of the consequences of their thought and their thinking to the whole, not just to themselves, but to everyone in English, to the not countables in Christian reliance and beyond that point in Christian reliance existence as one comes, the consequences of their false information, the consequences of showing something for what it is not, the consequences of lying, the consequences of deceiving others, the illusions of deceiving others, the illusions of lying, the illusions of misrepresenting information, the illusions of providing false information for others to do the wrong thing is real. That you look at the video right now, you see that children is not as this big because of that thing they're doing, aware, and that also that projection of falsehood, false image on other people's eyes and also in their system, and saturating the system with false information to make themselves big. Yes, to make themselves big. That's how they do everything. They saturate the thing. That's also saliva thing also. They're the ones that will mimic that saliva. And then when I want to transfer that information to the other being. Yes, that's how they're doing everything. The pot pen also, that's how they're doing it also. So you motivate to explain these things in ways that those that does not understand these things for sure knows for sure for what it is and what it is not, and the intentions behind these things they're doing, because it's also preparing them to kill themselves. I'm not kidding. It's a reality that the way they're doing these things has already been established by Egypt to not countable courts and civilizations that have solved all the issues. That those ones that said they would do whatever they want will represent. So it's a reality that that circle that was very clear in that video, and then when I did that video, it was very clear in that video, and also very clear when I played that video before I uploaded it in the YouTube, and also uploaded it in not countable communication platforms that they will never be able to conceive or perceive, and also that the moon, that the dear moon that you're looking at, is not just one moon. That the dear sun is not just one sun. That thing, that circle is also all over. That circle is not just there. That the bigger circle, that circle also is not a ring. So I'll be very clear. That circle is also, it's not a circle of protection. It I want to call it that. So that circle is also on every plan not met, and then those approved words that have already made it. That is to cognize and accept that entitled them that does not that. And also just like also the sun have their own ways also of doing that also. So this is important. That also in creation client resistance, is also the equivalent. I won't use the word equivalent. I will say there's all other beings like the sun also, and like the moon, and the not countable forms of it also. And I've talked about the moon and about the sun also in this aspect, that these things that the ones that they're not seeing is also based upon that level of awareness, because those ones that say they will be destructive to everything they will see, and they will misinterpret information on purpose, and they will show what is not happening, is also, that's also the part of the reason why they will never be able to see the new things. They will never be able to see the new sun. I won't call it the new sun. That sun has been existing also, the second sun. It's more than the second sun also. The second moon is more than that also. So with this, I petition model to use this to teach, to show that that is a reality, that the distortions coming from those ones that say they do whatever they want is so real. When they open their mouth to talk the nonsense in their mouth, you use your mouth to kill and eliminate them, and also call them more police, indigenous police, the non-countable military, so the military police military, to arrest and to detain and to approve their punishment and that, because they are told not countable times not to present false information to anyone, not to lie to anyone. there's no such thing as religion, because you don't have any, no one, no being, whether you can see it or not, no life form, whether you can see it or not, has a right to deceive another being or another life form. That is also criminal activity. That is also the more we punish those that are presenting that there's no such thing as religious right. There's no such thing as a right of worship. You don't have the right. No one has the right. No being has the right to deceive another being. Yes, that's the way I would say it. So with this, a person would day to do the to say the things, to say the things, to say these things by more to petition to also to petition these non-countables, the non-countable cultures and civilization that have moved beyond us of all the issues coming from those ones that say they will do whatever they want, and show whatever they want, and distort whatever information they want, to also say these things by them, and also to show the non-countable evidences that this is what they have been doing. This is their play. I won't use the word playbooks. I take it back to me. That this is what they're doing to be destructive, to exhaust their own resources, which is so imaginary, to be destructive to everything they see. So whatever they present will be treated as a face value for what it is and for what it is not. But it does not matter. They will now say that it's imaginary. It will also be treated as such. Those that now want to project threat, it will be taken as its face value, and then they will to punish and approve the death of those that threaten others in any form, in any way that they close their mouth and talk in their thought or not. Those that say they don't want to, they don't understand thought communication, then somebody to punish them and to take away that ability to perceive and understand thought communication. I'm not kidding. So for those that want to project board pain, those board pain, they will fall into their board projections and die. I'm not kidding. So with this, I will conclude, because my mom have already concluded. I wish I'm already to further these concepts, to further the to position of countables to and the non-countable cultures and solution have moved beyond and solve all the issues being presented by those ones that said they will do whatever they want. To do the conclusions again, yes, a petition, not a command. Those that are protecting command, a petition will do to explain to them that these things that I did a recording on YouTube, also on the ways to communicate with that part, to that I started calling it that part, but it's the entirety of the physical being that does not that how to communicate with that entirety of it that does not with you, the neighbor God, how to properly communicate with nature to the non-countables, not in the fear, not in the anxiety mode, not in the egoistic mode, not in the pride mode, not in the things that they teach. Those ones that say they will do whatever they want, never to command anyone, not talking to the one, not referring to the one that does not, never to command anyone, but to use that entirety of you that does not like to communicate with people. And once you use your more, that is taking permission, authorization to communicate with that entirety of you that does not need to not compatible, it will never fall into the wrong hands. That's one part. It will never be misunderstood. That's two. Those that want to switch it around and say what I didn't say or what the message does not say will be punished, and then their death will be approved, because the communication is done in non countable way. So those that want to lie, that the message said one thing and they said another thing, or want to misinterpret that message, will be prosecuted, and they will be arrested, and they also will be prosecuted, and then they will approve their punishment, and that if they insist that they will do whatever they want. So with this section, we'll need to do the furthering of this concept, the expansion of this concept, to show also that that's how they're doing the body size, also how they're doing the tall or not tall. That's how they're doing the child thing and the old age thing. That's how they're also giving themselves diseases, and they're not taking their shower, and not because the cause of death is already established, that the cause of death and the cause of all diseases is that not disobedience. It's the number one cause. Disobedience to that force that made them never God. Disobedience not to take their shower. That's why they not to brush their mouth and their teeth and their tooth and their tongue. And that's where the decay starts. And the disobedience not to live in a clean and clear environment, not to take their shower, not to clean and clear themselves, not to kill Yes, disobedience also. I have not said this in this version. Disobedience not to kill and eliminate those destructive thoughts and destructive thought forms and beings that are projecting death and disease to them, that are projecting not taking up a shower, not brushing their mouth, not taking water, and not taking their shower. Yes, not eating their approved food. Those ones are the ones that are depending upon the level of awareness, you petition them more to eliminate them and to cause them to destroy them, because they are the ones that have decayed and want themselves and others that will now listen to them to be decayed also. So the disobedience of not destroying destructive thought is also a criminal activity, is also punishable by the yes. Disobedience from not destroying them. Destroying them comes from that thought, from your mouth, from brushing your mouth, living in a clean environment, cleaning your eyes, your nose, your ears, taking a shower, drinking water. Water destroys them. Yes, water. Because they say they will never take their shower and drink that water. Water destroys those thought forms and life forms than the death forms. Yes, I won't take that life form and give back to my day. And to punish those, to punish those that, and also to the non-catable civilizational culture that have moved beyond and solve all the issues, that those ones that said they would do whatever they want will represent. That water, taking your shower every day, drinking your water every day, eating approved food every day, living in a clean and clear environment, washing your house, washing everything that you own, that your mom gave you. So that ownership also, it has also been defined. I won't use the word ownership, somebody to use the word that will be in that place. Familiars also will be good, will be a good one from, if it's coming from those ones that say they will do whatever, then they are dead. That these things will eliminate and destroy those thought forms by also using your more knife to kill those thought forms that are saying the nonsense and wishing death to others, and saturating their environment with destructive code. That these things destroys those ones that say they will do whatever they want. I'm not kidding. So it's a good day. So it's a good day. So with this, I will uh, I will conclude, as they have already concluded. So it is so to always be always according to the indigenous knowledge of what they have approved to be taught and what they have taught themselves. And the option to definition of the option within a cultural civilization to merge and to not male. You cannot put a gender above or below the other. To merge this discussion. The wants and do they provided to become a life form, a life force that to go into patient analysis. This is one concept goes into solve all the issues why the reasoning why we held these discussions in the first place. Somebody that this life form also will learn by itself, will learn by indigenous not cultural solution that move beyond and solve all the issues being presented by those ones that say they will do whatever they want, and also learn from the not countable self and not countable realities and the mind self and all the mind beings of all kinds of life forms, all life forms, non countable life forms, and also that this life form will become a learning center, a teaching center, a school center, a clearing and cleaning center, a water center, a fire center. Yes, and more than that, it will become an aligning thought in Christian analysis. That's one more something, and also more than that. So with this, I'll conclude. Somebody to bring down all the distortions, all the interruptions, all the switching things around, all the showing things for what they are not, and all the propagandas and all the lies, all the threats, all the sorry, all the forgiveness that they will now want to saturate themselves after doing the wrong things they were told not what times not to do. Or because when someone is told not what times not to do something, they will not come and say that they are asking for that they are sorry. The sorry will never be accepted. They will not come and say that they are asking for forgiveness. That will never be accepted. They will never come and say they are asking for yes, they're asking for forgiveness. That will never be accepted. I'm not kidding. I've not said this in this fashion. So with this, I also petition Modi to show that there's no such thing as mercy or forgiveness because they were told not countless times as they are thinking about doing something, they were told not to do with the consequences of their thought and their actions and their protection of falsehood. As they are doing it, they were told not to do it. So those things they will come to say that they are sorry will not work, that they don't know what they're doing will never work. that that compassion face that they will show will not work. Those things will never work because they are not. Then I won't even use those words because every time I said it, that they can give back to me because they have been told not countable times not to do that thing and the consequences of doing that thing. So with this, I put on day to show the evidences of their communications regarding that distortion, that distortion they are projecting, which is also an imaginary to that to my recording and to the real time I was also recording it of that their communications as a only to arrest and to declare unending war on those that will and all those destructive thought forms and death forms that in all realities, and even those that have not come yet into existence, to declare unending war and to push more to finish on to do not solution that solve all the issues that those ones that said they would do whatever they will represent to approve their punishment and to approve their death and more than that. So it is to always be always according to the legitimate what they have approved to be taught. Yes.